So today we're here to continue the discussion of today's election, and so I've got a few questions to ask, and let's discuss and have fun along the way. Okay?
Thank you.
So the first question is, how do you compare this election this year to the previous election in 2015? Anyone?
I think, generally speaking, all the ingredients of typical Nigerian elections: excitement, enthusiasm, good turnout. But unfortunately, we're getting reports of violent conduct, much widespread than we envisaged. There's hardly any part of the country we're not getting reports of some violent activities. Some of them really regrettable, because Nigerians deserve peaceful election and for our democracy to thrive. Whatever is the case, the elections are ongoing, and we're hoping to get the election results and have a good look at them.
Okay. What do you think, sir?
Indeed, 2015 and 2019, they are quite two parallel elections actually. One is the government in power has been there for over 16 years and was trying to defend their record.
Yes.
Whereas this time around, the government in power has just been there for 4 years. But just as in any election, every sitting government or every sitting officer would want to defend what he or she has.
Okay.
So I think when you look at 2015, yes, the government in power at that time, they were confident they were going to win, but the general populace, people were eager for a change. They wanted something different,
Yes.
something different from what they had over the last 15, 16 years. And that atmosphere was wired in the air.
Yes.
And again, invariably, for a rather short time again, now it looks as if people are also yearning for change because they've compared what they had in prior to 2015 and what they had now. So yes, there are quite significant differences between the two. Yes,
yes, I agree with that. The People's Democratic Party in 2015 has ruled for 16 years, and normally any government that's been in power for more than 8 years should be actually clear the desk and give another the alternative party a chance. So in 2015, there wasn't that kind of tension. There was this expectation that after so many years of ruling the country needed some change.
Yes.
And that was what exactly happened, and that contributed to peaceful transition. With the current government only 4 years in office, and defending a record, quite a lot of people, a lot of analysts have come up with this conclusion that they failed in a lot of ways, and that's quite some record to defend.
I think what's happening now is actually a good thing, because back in 2015, like you said, people wanted change, and in a short time, with 4 years, people also want change. I think that's good. So if we bring in a government and they're not performing, we change them. I think that's the only way the next government that comes in, they know they have to act in those 4 years that they're giving. They know they have to prove themselves. If not, the people will change.
Right.
So
that's quite good. That's good for Nigerian democracy. The beauty of democracy is for the people to have the ultimate power to change any government they're not happy with. And if Nigeria is able to change an incumbent president who wanted to come back in 2015, and this time they're clamoring for another change.
Without performing.
That means our democracy is growing.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice if we can keep up with
Yeah,
that.
so I think it's a positive.
It's a positive. I think it's a positive.
In fact, talking about that, those of us in the diaspora, I think that is one thing that we can talk about, because over here in the West, governments could change just in less than in less than 4 or 5 years, because if people are dissatisfied with the policies of that government, people will show it. It shows in by-elections, it shows in the general election. So I think this is what needs to be transferred to this Nigeria. Okay. Where the populace, where the masses, if they are not satisfied, if they see that the policy is being implemented, it's not in any way favoring the man or the woman on the street, they should have the power, through the ballot box of course, to make a change and bring in a new person and try, whatever policy they intend to bring in. So I think it's
so talking about ballot boxes, what would you say your observation is with today's election? Would you say it's been peaceful?
Well, if we go by the preponderance of reports coming from different parts of the country, we would say that it's unfortunate that there's a very high level of violent conduct. We've had reports of people being killed, we've had reports of ballot boxes being sniped, but in the main, the election is being conducted peacefully in a lot of places. And if the results is something we can work with, that would be nice. It's a growing democracy, and it's a country we know that most of the institutional framework that contribute to peaceful elections are not there. We need to exercise patience and allow those institutions to develop. At some point, we'll be able to have very credible, free and fair election. It might be difficult to get that now, but there is hope that we will arrive at that destination one day.
Maybe not today.
Maybe not today.
No, indeed, picking up from that, you can see that the structural and infrastructural deficit that we have in Nigeria is having an effect in everything that we do. Simple distribution of electoral materials is a big tax for Nigeria. In places like far in the northeast, in places like even in southeast, even in the river state, it takes a very big logistical effort to be able to get the election material to the polling booths where they're supposed to be. These are affecting the ability of the election to go peacefully.
But this is something that happens every 4 years. You will think that every 4 years we will be more prepared each year.
Yes, but what we are saying is that irrespective of being prepared, the structure, the infrastructure in the country is an element that's affecting our ability to deliver at the right time. A good example, the cancellation last week was as a result of planes not being able to land at some of the airports. Why? Because the airports didn't have night landing facilities, for example. And today I heard that some of the vehicles that were meant to take materials to certain places were not roadworthy. That answer tells you, what as a country can we do to make sure that these difficulties are we overcome them.
Okay, so would you say it's been peaceful today?
Indeed. Again, Nigeria is a very big country. In terms of population, we have about 180 million. By projection, it should be over 200 million. Yes, it's been peaceful in certain areas, and in some areas there have been noticeable violence. But on overall result, we think it has been fairly peaceful. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
So going back to diaspora, so how do you think the diaspora has affected the elections this year? Has there been much impact from diaspora?
To a very large extent, I think the diaspora, the Nigerian Nigerians living abroad are beginning to get involved in Nigerian elections in a lot of ways. In the last few months, you have noticed a lot of people from the diaspora campaigning directly or organizing one conference or debate or the other, and that's a very welcome.
But how do we influence the votes?
Well, we
because
do.
Some of us here can't vote, so how do we? Yeah.
Yes, directly we don't vote, but fortunately for the people in diaspora, they are people who wield a lot of influence in their home communities, and a lot of them do influence people's voting preferences.
Yeah.
Many people in the diaspora are very big breadwinners at home. They have investments at home, and most of the people who depend on them do look up to them for guidance in terms of who to vote for.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to take 5 minutes break, and then we'll come back and continue our conversation.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.